The lift.
All right, ready, set, go!
But it's here on lift day, S&M Truck World, right to the left of me. Once I make this turn, there's no turning back. Oh, nice.
5,573.72.
All right.
Sale 5,573.72. Enter. Yes. Swipe card.
Yeah, Instagram.
I don't do Instagram or Snapchat or any of those. The only thing is YouTube.
I'm gonna have to call probably.
YouTube.
Declined it.
Okay.
Daily limits and.
Alright, so this video is going to be a three-parter. First part is what you're seeing now, the truck before the lift and during the lift. The second part is going to be me testing the TSS system and if it works or not, everything. And the third and final part is going to be a final look at the truck and a few little tweaks and modifications I do to it.
Wheels go from 325 to 375 apiece.
I believe those are my wheels.
So I waited about 4.5 hours for the lift to be done. I Ubered back and here we are.
Oh, I'm so excited. So they just said that they're doing the alignment right now, so I'm about to see it for the first time. I guess it's in one of these garages. Oh, there it is. Wow. That looks insane. They're doing the alignment right now, so I'm not exactly sure what that means with all that beeping and stuff. But you know they're doing it right then. Oh my god, that looks fucking crazy. Holy shit. Everything all right? What?
You want the old wheels in the back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Put your head in here.
Yeah, this will roll up, you know.
Yeah, we take it.
You gotta unlock it. How'd everything turn out?
Good. Doesn't look like the right tail light cover for this truck, though.
It's aftermarket, custom made. They don't make any.
They don't make any.
Yeah.
Just the angle. I mean, it's okay down here, but the angle should have just come up.
Yep.
I think that they're on the wrong side. The other way. That could be on the wrong side.
You do the rough country over.
More often, but this is a good kit. I definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely a good kit. It's a little more expensive, but
No, yeah, it's definitely probably worth it.
now, are you gonna put some of that plastic back on, or you have to take everything off there, or what?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes all the way off.
Oh, because I've seen the dude's Tundra back there. He just cut like some of it out, but left some of the panel in.
Yeah, then you go to, piece missing out of that panel, never put it back.
Well, it'll just look more aesthetic, I guess. With those wires hanging out right there. You know?
That's how we do all of it.
With the fog lights and stuff.
It's really well.
But it's rubbing.
It's rubbing.
How much did it rub when you drove it over?
It's not even rubbing up back.
Yeah.
It's on the front, but that's why we take the panels off. It was all over that panel. So the best
Yeah.
thing to do is probably take that whole thing off.
Yeah. No more 2-inch spacers.
Slide. Push this one in there, slide it.
Here's the rub.
Hey, turn that wheel. Let me see if.
Wow, I got to keep these. That is nice. So that TRD will be protected. These are the custom cuts I made, and then I just flipped it backward basically, and it stays like that real nice. So now I'll be able to JB weld those, because we know that's going to be staying. But I'll drive it around for a while and see if anything else is rubbing. It shouldn't rub back here at all. So we still got the spare underneath there.
It's a half-inch away from right here. And he switches it back and forth.
What I'm gonna do is clean up that light and put a cover in there, something custom. Just gonna take it around the block and see if it rubs anymore. Well, now that is an insane truck now. Oh man, look at that. We made it, boys. We made it. She's gonna be I guess about 70,000 when she's done. There she is, right there.
Yeah, these tires are literally the best, man. They're so freaking quiet. Can't say enough good things about them. They're super smooth, super quiet.
Nice.
And they look super aggressive.
Yeah, they look amazing. I'm surprised they're quiet.
Yeah, super freaking awesome, man. I'll
Yeah.
never go back to my last tire, that's for sure.
Yeah, you run these tires?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice.
They're fucking amazing. I can start mine up real quick.
Yeah,
Go,
for sure.
man, if
Yeah.
you want to hear mine.
Yeah, where is it?
It's a $2,000 system.
Nice.
Yeah, really, it's not an overboard system, and that's including labor and everything else.
Yeah.
But I got my truck on the side over here.
All right. Wow. That is nice. Yeah. I like the cubes in the front. Oh, I thought you were in here. You want to
I'll go one real quick.
blare the bass? Oh, you got the amp research steps?
No, these are factory.
Oh, wow. That was nice. I thought about getting those. I was afraid that the electronics might fail eventually, so that's why I didn't grab them. Platinum. Very spacious. Wow, and beautiful interior too.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Now we're having a party out here. This truck's already getting a lot of stares from the rush hour traffic. People really seeing this now. All right, so that concludes the lift, but not the video. There's a whole lot more to do. So I'm about to drive out of here. I just paid. First transaction got declined, but anyway, the transaction went through after I called in. So this is going to be the first drive. And now here I am, actually using the steps. So those steps, I'm probably going to tighten those. The first drive with a 2018 lifted Tundra. First impressions the whole way through. Yeah, so the suspension is a little more bouncy right off the bat. I feel that when I hit a few potholes or whatever just now. So I'm applying the gas to get moving right now, and it feels like I'm still applying the same foot pressure, and the gas and the RPMs are all hitting the same as it was not lifted. Like, I really haven't noticed a difference in the fuel economy yet, but I haven't actually gone anywhere. I'm just barely. As I look behind me in the rear view, I can see everything. I can see so far back, like 20 cars back, because I'm up so high now. So I have to treat this thing pretty gently now until I break it in and understand the differences now between how fast I can go around a corner and the lean and the sway and all of that. Which I am going to get the sway bar for this. There's a different one that you guys will see coming up. It's not the Sequoia or the TRD sway bar. Oh, I just remembered the biggest question on everybody's mind. Is the TSS system going crazy? Are there any alarms going off? Is it still functioning? What's going on with the TSS system? It's 6-inch lift. So, the Toyota Tundra, the TSS system, as far as I can see, is not going crazy. There's no alarms going off. There's no indications on the dash of it saying clean the sensor dirty. I have seen that before. Nothing yet. So we'll cut this video right here and see if something else comes up a little later. Alright, so yes, it is the next day. I just took it up on the highway for about 5 or 10 miles or something. No real reduction in horsepower. Have to step on it a little bit more. It's a little bit bumpier, bouncier, not bumpier like hard shaking bumps, just like a little cushiony, and it's just a little. Nothing that I'm not upset about. I'm not upset, if that came out right. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the noise of the tires. The tires are great. They make like maybe a little noise when you're going down the highway, but nothing that's irritating at all. And I had the music off. If you have the music on, you don't hear the tires at all. And I was going like 65, almost 70 on the highway. All right, so we're in the Tundra. I just want to mention that I did just haul like 180-pound couch to a lady 45 minutes away, strapped it down in the bed, everything was fine. As far as the ride height and everything, it was still level. And then once I got the couch off, I gunned it. I just stepped down on the gas all the way, and this baby still takes off. So, you know, the 6-inch lift really didn't change much, guys, really. It's great. But today is the 6th day with the lift, still loving it. The lane departure in the 6-inch lifted Tundra now. And every time I go over this line to the right, it normally always beeps. I don't know, me going this slow, if it'll actually sense it or not. No, normally I have to go a little faster over that. But it didn't go off. We'll try that later. car pretty quickly. Normally the TSS system would have said brake. I'll do that one more time. Nope, nothing there. There it is. Alright, so I'm over the line right now and it just beeped for me. So the lane departure radar is still fully functional. Alright, I'm going to get over this yellow line here and see if the lane departure radar sensor works still. And now I'm back in line. Here we go again. I'm going to go over the yellow line. Alright. Go over the line one more time. And now I'm back. Alright, so we will conclude here. Lane departure still works just fine, guys. Just fine. With this setup, I got the lights on the front. I got the grill TSS front mounted sensor changed. If you watched the previous videos, and now I've got a 6-inch lift. And we're still lane departure sensing. Just fine. Alright guys, so it is the next day again. This is probably the last part of the lift video now. So the emergency brake sensor system does not work anymore. So what you're not going to get is, if you're flying at a brick wall, a alarm isn't going to go off on your dash with a big red symbol saying brake. The system never braked for you to begin with. Like I said, all you're losing is a beeping sound if you're flying too fast at something, which you should already know to brake if you're flying fast at something. You know, the light will come on the dash, it'll say brake in big red, and it'll go beep, 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 beep. It doesn't brake for you in the Toyota Tundras or anything special like that, so that's what you're losing. The alarm and the visual notifier. Other than that, the rest of the TSS system works. Like, I'll depart lanes right here. Okay, now I'm back in. So yeah, 6-inch lift on Toyota Tundra. But I'm gonna try and go into cruise control real quick and see how it does. Alright, we are cruising at 47 miles an hour in cruise control. We're going to step it up. So I increased it to 55 right now. Like I'm telling it to go faster and it is not accelerating. So that's the symbol we're reading. I believe that's the symbol that means it doesn't want to go any faster. Just going to turn cruise control off and actually speed up. We'll try one more time up here at a higher rate of speed. It's going to ramp up the RPM right now because we're going uphill. But we're still stuck at 54. Even though I have it set to 59. What I really want to see is it going to brake when I get too close? Okay, it's braking right now. That may just be because we're going downhill. Okay, so I've turned it up to 70 from 59, and it took me to about 65, which is interesting. So now I'm going to turn it up to 80. So I have it clicked up to 80. We're still going about 64. So basically your cruise control can kind of work. See, it's sensing that there's a vehicle right there. Is there actually a vehicle too close? Let's merge lanes. Go over here. Oh, okay. All right, there it is. There's your proof. So now it's going to bring me up to 80. I'm not stepping on the gas. So cruise control actually works just fine. I'm going to turn it off because it's getting nuts now. All that accelerating. But I was wrong. I thought cruise control was not working with the 6-inch lift. It was sensing that vehicle in front of me and not accelerating. Once I merged lanes, it accelerated. So the 6-inch lift really isn't going to kill your TSS system. In conclusion, you're going to lose that braking notification. The beep, 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 beep with the red symbol on the front of your gauge cluster there. That's all you're going to lose with a 6-inch lift. So I hope that video was informative for you guys. It took a long time. Today's like the 7th day now with the Tundra lifted. Still loving it. Loving every minute of it out here in Florida. All you guys can go back up north now because winter's over and I'm sick of y'all traffic. Alright, at 5,888 miles, I'm finally going into the truck settings. And I found out, yes, you can change the color. So I have it to red now for like accents. And also, I turned up the sensitivity on the brake system, the brake sensor. So the hopefully that'll catch now, and we'll see. And then I left the lane departure assist sensor the same sensitivity already was. And don't mind this miles per gallon tank average down here. It's never right ever since I modified a bunch of stuff on the vehicle. And plus I just got a full tank, so it resets it and it bases an average off of how many minutes you've been driving. I've been driving for like 2 minutes, so it's gonna fluctuate a bunch. That's it. Alright, so pre-collision system did not work on the highest intensity setting, the sensitivity I mean, and it also, now I have it on the lowest sensitivity setting. From factory it's been on the medium setting, so on none of the system's settings does it work. Alright, we've had the lift for about 3 weeks now. The miles per gallon down here, tank average, I've been doing highway for about an hour, says 12. I'm pretty sure it's getting more than that. I wouldn't trust that computer, but that's the highest I've seen it since the lift, so that's good. Alright, so I'm basically doing 80. The steering wheel is not wobbling. Everything feels smooth and great. Loving it. Alright guys, I have a huge update for this video. This is seriously the last clip. It's been 1 month, one whole month. I've been working on other stuff. And I took a break off from editing and rendering videos and stuff just so I could get this video perfect, the 6-inch lift one. I went ahead and turned back on the braking sensor, the beep, beep, beep. And it was in and out saying it didn't work, blah, blah, blah. Somehow, I guess I cleaned the sensor when I took it to the car wash. The sensor was dirty. Just today, finally, I almost got into a collision because somebody pulled out in front of me when they shouldn't have. And I just left the car coast because I figured they had enough timing. They're going to make it. They're going to make it. And I did make it past them. But the sensor went off. It was like, beep, 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 brake. And it had a big red brake. So, yeah, all your sensors are going to work. My sensor was dirty. But I'm going to leave in all that other footage, you know, you just watched about, I'm saying it doesn't work and all that. It does. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So that's it. That's it for the end of the video. I hope I helped you guys out. I mean, you can 6-inch lift and you're going to be fine. All right. Here's a look at the stock TRD Tundra tires versus a rear tire, two rear tires for the R1 and the front tire for the YZF R1 by Yamaha, the motorcycle. So, wow, what a difference. And those aren't even as big as the new tire. Alright, I want to show you guys two things. So here's where I saved the money on the lift kit. I didn't get the 2.0 Dirt Logic shocks. So they put this spacer in right here. It's basically a 6-inch spacer. And it uses my factory struts.
So I got the rear Dirt Logic 2.25 non-reservoir shocks. So the two options in the front that I didn't get were the Dirt Logic 2.5 shocks, which are a coilover system, or the 2.5 reservoir coilovers, which are even more. The difference in price is about a little over $1,000 for the regular coilover setup and a little under $2,000 more for the reservoir coilovers. But those are made for this kit to fit the 6-inch lifted Tundra.
Those shocks I may get in the future. They're 1,500 and something. The ride quality is exactly the same as factory, and it's fine, really, to me. Now, I also want to show you the fender flare clearance for states like Pennsylvania that are nitpicky about your clearance. So, turn the wheel. We're looking straight down. So here we are looking straight down. As you can see, it clears. All right, now we're gonna look from the side or the front. To the top of the flare, to the outside wall of the wheel, it clears. It clears. And in the back, if you look at the back from here, you can see. So if you want to get these exact tires, everything will be in the description and labeled and stuff. That way you'll be safe from the police in states like Pennsylvania. The front tire is still turned a little, so it looks like it's not clearing from here, but you can see it from the back tire. If you look at the top of the flare to the tire, because the flare has a curvature inward, obviously, but where it's flat at the top. So that is good to go. And then like I said, maybe someday I'll get the other shocks if I really want to go off-roading and stuff, if I notice a difference when I do. Now I want to demonstrate me stepping up into the truck now, because I actually have to utilize the truck steps. So here we go. I don't know why I just did that, but I drove it for a second. But anyway, yeah, the steps get used now, which is awesome. So yeah, loving the truck, as always. I know you guys are loving it too. And there's still more mods coming. Whew! So yeah, they reuse the factory front sway bar right there. For some reason, I was thinking that came with the kit, but no. So I have ordered a rear sway bar specific for a 6-inch lifted Tundra that it's pretty much universal, and that since the lift is really in the front, it's actually a 4-inch in the back, which makes it 6. So when you look at that in the future, and this, I'm talking too much, this is a future video anyway, and you'll see more about that in the next video. But they reuse a front sway bar, so we're going to get that rear sway bar eventually. Now, my plan for today is to tighten down all of the steps, because I actually use those now. And also try and custom fit these plastic plates back in there. I don't want any corrosion or any stuff getting in there really, so we'll do what we have to do with some tin snips and some stuff and make it work. Here's just a quick example of what I was talking about. So I just wrapped the end of the fog light with electrical tape. That way it's all tight and sealed, because they expose those wire tips, the shielding of the wire, but I want more shielding. So, and then also just zip tied right here to secure that down more. This is the only mount that they use. All right, so here's a look at the cut one versus the one that doesn't fit anymore. So yeah, just gonna do that to that. So I put that back on. I cut out that part of the bracket I was gonna use because it just was not fitting. Now this piece right here will fit through this hole right here, and that's where it's going. All right, everything's tight and snug now, all bolted back down. We're gonna crank the wheel and see if she rubs it off. All right, yep, it's showing the exact same clearance as it was before. So that worked out. Looks pretty nice and clean in there now. All right, the other side went in pretty much the exact same. Everything's nice and tight, and that's the bolt on the bottom. The setup that I did is the exact same on the other side. And the rub point is pretty much all cut out, so yeah. All right, so it's a couple days later. I went ahead and got an oil pan. Just used the tin snips and some of these pop fasteners. Actually, I only used one on each side. I cut the oil pan and made like a flat panel to go in there just to prevent anything else from really getting up under there as much as I can. There's only so much you can do because it's still exposed from underneath, way under there. And then there's the other side. So it just looks a little cleaner and a little less stuff will get anywhere near those fog lights. Alright, here's the last thing I'm going to be doing today is the JB weld. I finally got these caps. These are the standard size they come in. And then I cut them down to fit. I've already pre-fitted these, and these are going on the screws for the rigid dualies. So those will be JB weld, a tiny little bit in the cap, and then it's just gonna stick on there, and that's gonna give it a way cleaner look, and nobody will ever untighten these basically. So I'm gonna tighten them down one more time. All right, here's the finished product on those.